man, that's crazy. Welcome to the Spoilercast for... What did we watch?
Wow.
Oh, Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight. I totally blanked on it for a second. This is Brendan.
It's true. Yeah.
I'm Steven, your host Eternal. And then special guest star.
Don't be so sure, Steven.
What?
I might be taking over the reins someday.
You've been saying that for like months now.
You gotta let me fly.
Yeah, apparently she's
I'm the underdog.
I try to take over from time to time, and you just pull me back like an overbearing mother.
Whatever. Brendan, explain to me, what is The Hateful Eight?
The Hateful Eight. It's a family film, a Christmas movie, where
Caitlin.
Yes.
What is The Hateful Eight?
Hateful Eight is a typical Tarantino film.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to say. With Channing Tatum.
Yeah, that's
for
the
some
weird
reason.
thing.
it's like a Western mystery.
What do you mean? What?
It's kind of like a whodunit. Yeah.
Yes, okay. Yeah. I can agree. But it doesn't turn into that until like halfway through.
Yeah, but okay. I mean,
guess the first half of the mystery is trying to figure out when Channing Tatum is going to show up.
That's what ruined it for me.
Yeah, that's the weird thing is you see his name in the opening credits.
Right at the end.
Yeah.
I complete
like, really?
spoiler. Oh well, right, we're spoiling. I forgot.
Spoilers.
No, yeah. See, the good thing for me though is that I saw that and I'm like, wow, I didn't see him in any of the marketing material. It's never been mentioned by anyone. And then I was like, huh, that's really weird. And then I just completely forgot about it as soon as his name was off the screen.
The whole time, and then when you came back from snacks. And we saw the naked guy. You're like, oh, that's Channing Tatum. No, it's not.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was going to be, but they never, get
I've seen
close
Magic
enough.
Mike. That's not Channing Tatum.
Oh, well. Okay. He could change. He could lose weight.
Did you see,
Christian
what's his
Bale?
name?
What?
Not Christian Bale.
Who?
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. Why? What happened to him?
Lost all that weight for some boat movie.
Into the Sea?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible. I don't know. I only had to that's one of those movies where you only have to see the trailer to know if it's going to be good or not. And that movie was not going to be good.
Well,
Judging a book by its cover, huh?
Yeah.
You're not supposed
Oh,
to do
okay.
that.
Actually, no. A trailer is not the same as a cover of a book.
Yeah, that's
The trailer
true.
is like the back summary.
Yeah.
I guess a little bit more closer to that, sure.
It's the outside, the general outside. You're like, here's the aesthetic, the front picture. This word is just off limits for me now. I will never.
It's been that way for over a year now.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? How long do you think I've been
heard
living
about
here
this
for?
story, like
It
a year ago.
not even you living here. When I first when you visited.
You started giving me so much crap, and I was so confused. I was like, "What are you talking about?" So you were making jokes, and then
What?
to try to salvage your joke, you needed to explain why it was funny, and
If
I'm
you
like,
gotta explain
Oh.
the joke, it's not funny anymore.
That's just
"No, don't worry. He got his mileage from that joke."
That's just me in general. But no, yeah, the whole Channing Tatum thing was really weird because it was kind of like, the first thing that comes to mind is Seven because they didn't put Kevin Spacey in the credits, and so they kind of had that build up. I mean, this isn't the same. Yeah, no, they
Oh,
didn't put
that's
his name.
clever.
You remember we were reading the IMDb on
No, I didn't.
that? Okay.
I
Well,
read a lot of IMDb though.
you know you
Should
do.
I look up some facts?
If
Some fun facts?
you want to, I guess.
I'm on it.
But no, in Seven it's a whodunit. And this film kind of is, at least in the latter half of it. And it was cool in Seven.
The entire second half.
Yeah, 'cause
The
it's-
entire last 2 hours.
well,
Yeah.
No, it's like an hour and a half. Because when I left, it was like halfway through.
Yeah, and I thought we were wrapping up pretty soon, and then I'm like,
Really?
oh, it's still good. Yeah, I mean, it was long. I wasn't upset by it, but it was, if I had gone into there knowing that it was 3 hours, then I would have settled in for 3 hours. No, I didn't know anything. I don't even think I saw the trailer.
That's good.
I just, all I know is that, all I knew is that it was like a whodunit type of thing. I was like, okay, Tarantino's got a movie out. I'll just go see it.
Okay.
Like, I don't need to, like...
What were you going to say?
You could have cut out Channing Tatum entirely, and it would have been fine.
Yeah. Like his
And
surprise...
not just like him as an actor replacing him, just the whole
Oh, well, his character, yes.
the whole character.
Yeah, because, I mean,
Well, like,
his
it-
reveal as being under the basement is kind of like a cool thing, I guess.
It was kind of cool, but I don't know. Sam Jackson was too cool a character to just get shot in the nuts.
Yeah.
Like, that part was kind of like,
Yeah.
like, I wish that someone had bested him.
Instead of, like, him
and
just getting a cheap shot. Almost.
Also, they Tarantino built up the gun under the table and it came to nothing.
Oh,
The guy
yeah.
pulled out the gun and just got put down right away.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be like the turning point,
Yeah.
you know.
First review.
Oh,
A
okay.
stage play of a whodunit murder mystery with
Okay,
highly
that makes
political undercurrents. But they gave it 9 stars.
Kind of. I guess the whole South, like, slavery, racism, that type of stuff.
That was kind of another thing I took issue with. Well, not really, but okay.
The liberal bias.
The sheriff, the new sheriff, and the general were like best buddies.
Oh.
And when a black man gunned down one of his like heroes, they just did a cut, and they're like 15 minutes later, nothing came of that.
First pops up too,
Yeah, but like there was no.
which was weird.
He was just like totally okay.
I totally thought the sheriff was going to turn on him because of that.
Me
He
too.
killed the white general.
And they just didn't even bring that into the it was built up the entire first half where he's like, I hate black people.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, well black people are fine.
I don't know. I feel like it was semi-reconciled by Sam Jackson choosing him to help him deduct who the bad guy was, and then also him realizing that the people were going to poison him and kill him anyway.
Yeah.
So he was kind of like more anti the gang than anti Sam Jackson. So
but they
Better of
spent
two
yeah.
and they spent most of the movie building up the fact that he's racist. Like it's his
little
dad. Well, his dad is part of the rebels. He fought in the war, right?
Well, he wasn't.
Or no, he didn't. His dad did,
Yeah, his
right?
dad did, and he fought like in the after the war with like the rebellious army.
Maybe by the end he just knew he was going to die.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
everyone down with him.
So then I don't know
Yeah.
if you're whatever.
I don't know. I feel like he wasn't like outright racist, because if he was, then he wouldn't have even gotten in the carriage to be with Jackson, or he wouldn't even have like sat next to Sam Jackson. Like he wasn't actively like violent towards him. He was more like annoyed when Sam Jackson would do stuff that he disagreed with.
Regardless, though, if someone shoots down someone that you revere as much as he did, like I'd be inclined to pull out a gun and shoot him too. You know?
Yeah. I guess maybe that plays into the whole like he was the sheriff, so he's supposed to be like.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because they did like they like sweep it under the covers when they do the narration thing, because they talk about how like they debated about the ethics of Sam Jackson shooting the general.
Yeah, which that wasn't good enough for me.
It was weird because it's just like halfway through the film, all of a sudden now we're getting like this narration thing. It was a little.
It was like it was like a stylistic shift that was a bit jarring.
Yeah, I really liked the opening and like almost first half. Like I like that more than the latter parts.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any?
Yes.
Okay.
I have 2 fun facts.
All right. Fun fact
Oh,
1.
boy.
Fun fact 1 is that it was highly inspired by The Thing, which is a fabulous movie.
I love that.
Such
And
a
Kurt
movie.
Russell is in the
Yep.
thing.
And the other fun fact that we had debated is that Quentin Tarantino is the narrator.
Oh, he is.
Oh.
There's your cameo.
Doesn't sound like him.
Told you.
Yeah,
he
it didn't
wants to
sound
hear
like
his own
him.
Voice.
Cool. Yes. The dog.
No, it's a bear.
Move. Bear, get out.
Vicious bear attack.
I don't
I'm
like
glad
how
we
these-
survived.
Yeah, I don't like how these doors, like, you can just push the door and it'll open.
Yeah.
Kind of like in the movie.
That was really, I thought that was
It was
really
a good
funny.
humor touch.
Yeah,
With
and
the door's like lock mechanism was shot off earlier, but you don't find that out until they do the flashback. This is a spoiler cast. You don't find that out until later. So every time somebody has to enter the house that they're all in, you have to board it up with nails. And it was kind of humorous how like they repeated that like a few times.
yeah, and I just loved how it was such a human touch to have everyone try to be the authority to tell them what was going on. Like just them all screaming at them to do it, and then like hearing everyone's different reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny.
I liked any time we saw the sheriff's face, it was just crazy expressions.
Yeah. What else was he in? You were saying he was in Django? You think he was the guy who got
I know
shot?
he was in Django.
I feel like he was the cattle ranch, like, head dude. Or, like, just one of the other cowboys who gets shot by Django.
No, he plays like a little bit of a bigger role.
Yeah?
He's sort of like this minor.
Did you see Django? No?
He's just like a minor character that just kind of walks around and says racial slurs to him.
Okay, well, that's
okay.
A lot of Django.
Do you remember? No. Do you remember? I think there's a point where like Django, there was a lot of static between Django and this other guy because Django was on the horse and like he wasn't.
Yeah.
I think I don't remember exactly what that was about, but I think it was him.
Okay. Yeah, Django's really good. A lot of this movie was probably something Quentin Tarantino was thinking of as he was doing Django.
Yeah.
Place in the same universe,
Oh, okay. Interesting.
according to IMDb.
Oh, okay. Just like 10 Cloverfield Lane will take place in the same universe as Cloverfield.
And Kill Bill 1
Not
takes
either.
place in the same universe as Kill Bill 2.
Volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
Fun. Rare fact.
Rare fact.
No, because this movie has bounty hunters, racial, like, undercurrents and, like, tension.
And they had the same...
West, shootouts, gore.
Well, no, and then they had the same character type.
Oh, yeah, with Christoph Waltz's character. That dude should have been Christoph Waltz. And you know you know who I'm talking about. Guess who I'm talking about.
You're giving her nothing.
Oh, the English dude?
Yes.
Damn it.
Yeah. That's totally like a role that Christoph Waltz should have had.
It's the exact character that he plays in Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, it's
same mannerisms. Huh?
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Christoph Waltz is phenomenal in that movie. Didn't he win you want an award for that?
I think he's gonna win an Oscar for
Clash of Clans.
Clash of Clans. Yeah,
He's in the Clash of
Yes.
Clans commercial, and
I know. I told you that.
It's very disappointing.
After mistaking him for your other love, Michael Fassbender.
What? You mistaked Christoph Waltz?
I did.
For Michael Fassbender.
I did.
That's a weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's like mistaking Edward Norton
it all
for
jumbles up,
Ryan
doesn't it?
Gosling.
In your mind, they're probably the same.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Such a lie. No, Django's really good. Inglourious Bastards is really good. But yeah, Christoph Waltz it felt like they made that character for Christoph Waltz, and then he was like, no, I'm too busy with Spectre.
Ugh.
So I can't do
I
this.
think so.
And then they're like, alright, well, we'll get this other guy that I've worked with, and he'll just do a Christoph Waltz impression the entire time.
Do you think he regrets that?
Christoph Waltz?
Yeah.
Yes. He should.
He should.
That film is not good. As I've said before, I've written a long piece about it.
It's not the best James Bond, but it's in the top 5.
It's not a good Bond film, and it's not even a good film. Like, it tries to be this modern take on Bond, but it's just...
Well, that's what the other ones were, too.
Does not do well. Yeah, but they do it well. This one does not at
That's
all.
why he wrote 14 pages about it.
Yes. About just how...
I'm never gonna read that.
How the plot doesn't work out, how the characters' motivations are kind of icky, how just the whole, like, scenario of it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
The song.
The song sucks. The song is terrible. And
It's no
Golden
Radiohead.
Globe.
It's no Radiohead, I'll
It's
tell you
so
that.
bad.
Oh, God.
Even the Radiohead one wasn't that great.
I
think
whatever.
it's not-
I'm a Radiohead psycho, so
That's true.
it's not even worth like
But I think,
talking about
I think
it.
it's because Radiohead was supposed to do it, and then they got cut from it. So then they took that song that they had already pretty much completed, and then kind of changed it.
Well,
and
what
that's
they
the
do
final
is just
product.
ask a bunch of people and then pick the one they like.
Oh yeah, I guess.
So I mean, this is obviously Hateful Eight,
Yeah.
but I want to like before we jump off of Bond, I
Yeah.
kind of want to like talk about this a little bit
Okay.
because like so new Daniel Craig Bond.
Yes.
How is when all is said and done, he's clearly done with Bond at this point.
I hope
So when
He sounds
when all is said and done, like how are they going to look back at him as a Bond? Now let me just lay it out though, because
Okay.
we've talked about this
Yeah.
before.
think
So the first movie was Casino Royale. Everyone was like, "Holy shit!"
It's really
Like
good.
this is really good. It's like bringing Bond into like the new generation. People like generally really liked it. I loved it.
No, everyone liked it.
And then I don't even remember the second one.
Quantum of Solace.
A lot of people did
People
not like
didn't
it.
like it, but I think it was better than people think. I liked it more than people did.
So, but like generally, like public opinion,
General
it seems
opinion
like
is
the
like-
second one is like kind of like,
Yes.
like everyone just sort of forgets about it.
Yeah.
And then the third one comes out.
And it's
Wh- Excellent. That movie is awesome. And everyone's like, oh, okay, back on track.
yes.
But now we have Spectre.
Yes. And
So like now we have two great movies and two kind of like,
no. Spectre is low. Spectre is bad.
But
Quantum is okay.
I've never seen Quantum, but like
qualitatively.
okay, but like my point is you have two great ones and two not great ones.
Yes.
So like it's split down the middle.
Yes.
So how are we going to look at him as Bond?
I think it'll be nostalgic.
I think they'll forget about the terrible ones.
Yes, I think it'll be nostalgic lens.
People forgot about Quantum of Solace in a second.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
quickly.
I think it'll be everyone will look back on it with nostalgic glasses and think, "Oh man, when I saw Casino Royale."
Yeah.
And then, "Oh man, when I saw Skyfall." And then that's it. And then they'll not really think about Spectre or Quantum.
And the thing, and I think, because here's the thing though, everyone has a favorite Bond. You know, they're like, I love this actor. But like, I think with Daniel Craig, like his Bond is kind of boring. Like everyone else was kind of unique and like goofy and stuff. And he's just like this sort of flat, one-dimensional character, like grizzled war vet who just like obviously is going through some PTSD the whole time. And but the thing is, even in the first one, Casino Royale, he's just like an action hero. But like the thing is,
half of that film is not that great.
What?
The part where it's like, "Oh, I'm in love with Vespa," and that whole like back end was not good.
In Casino Royale?
Yes.
I just remember the cock and ball torture scene and being like, I'm really glad that's not happening to me.
That was like the climax, and then after that is when it starts going downhill.
But I think that with these movies, people, for the first time with Bond, they'll be like, I remember Skyfall.
Yes.
I remember Casino Royale.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think, I remember Daniel Craig.
Well, the thing is that we already have a terrible Bond in Pierce Brosnan. Everyone
yeah,
knows
he's
that
bad.
Those movies were bad. He made one good one, which was GoldenEye. That one was actually pretty good.
But was he bad or was the movie bad?
He was bad and the movies were bad, I would say.
Okay, so it was just
I didn't think he was that great.
Trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching
Tomorrow,
Never Dies.
Not Enough, and then Die Another Day was another. Oh wait, no, it was Die Another Day.
I think it was.
Yeah. Tomorrow Never Dies, The World's Not Enough, and Die Another Day. Those three, really bad. Really bad. And then GoldenEye was like good. So I think people already have like Pierce Brosnan in the back of their mind when they think of bad Bond.
I see his face and I get angry. I see like the movie posters. I don't even, honestly, like I didn't even.
I have the video game Tomorrow Never Dies. It's a good video game on the PS1.
On the PS1?
Mm-hmm.
That is.
You'll see it in his new series.
Yeah, I'll get to it eventually.
Okay. I'll be sure to not watch that.
But no, yeah, I think that because of that, people's like ire towards Bond are already directed towards his run. That when they think of Daniel Craig, they'll only think of the good ones.
Yeah.
I think he'll be fine. Like him as an actor, he'll be great. He'll be fine. He's done a lot of good stuff. He did Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Defiance, or whatever that.
Was that any good?
World War II one.
Girl with the Dragon Tattoo?
No, Defiance.
Yes, I liked it. It was a good like action World War II film with like a cool slant of like, oh, these are kind of like Jewish people who are rebelling against, like it's guerrilla warfare type of thing. Like it's not your typical World War II film. He did Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which I still say David Fincher has to go back now that he's not doing anything, because he was doing Utopia, which was like an HBO series.
Right, he didn't even do the other ones.
That's gone. They cut that. It's gone. So
I don't even know what Utopia is.
It was like a TV series that HBO was supposed to do, and they just ate like a big cost on it because they canceled it, and they had already spent like a lot of money on it.
That's like a sci-fi movie or show, right?
Yeah, I think it was. It was supposed to be like David Fincher.
That's expensive.
Yeah, so that got canceled. So now David Fincher isn't doing anything. So it's like, just go back and just do more Dragon Tattoo. You have 2 more films to do in that series.
That was always kind of weird to me because they leave it not on like a cliffhanger, but like
it's open.
Oh yeah, it's open, but it's still like a conclusion.
The main story arc shut up. The main story arc was concluded, but the character arcs were not.
I thought they were.
No, the Dragon Tattoo girl.
He gets back with the girl.
And then there's like that.
And then she sees that he's back with him, and then just goes back to her life that she had before.
There's
pissed off though.
Yeah, it didn't seem result. Yeah, because she was gonna actually.
She was gonna give him this cool jacket, and then she's like, "No, in the dumpster."
Yeah, I guess. I thought it was pretty conclusive. Like, it was like, okay, these characters are done. This is where.
I thought it was, in my opinion, it was like if It was like if Rey got to the top of the mountain and Luke was training someone else and she just threw the lightsaber in the dumpster and leaves. Yeah.
No, this is the scene in The Force Awakens.
Do you like that
This is Mark Hamill.
Snapchat I sent you? I thought I dropped that down a bottomless pit in Cloud City.
Did you find a hand with that? Yeah, apparently there's supposed to be like a book or something that explains.
I don't care. I don't need the answer. And just like, whatever, they found it. It's fine. I don't need this like 300-page explanation of like people rooting around in trash compactors for it.
Yeah. So back to the Hateful Eight.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I do like how it makes sense now thinking about the thing in relation to this.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because it was very much... I still feel like it didn't take it until midway, though, that it became the whodunit.
Which is why, like, that's kind of like a problem that I had with it. Like,
Yeah.
I was okay with it, but there was a whole lot of stuff. Okay, so the opening shot to the, like, to the point where they get to the, like, I don't even know what that thing is, like a hotel, like a convenience store.
Habernac? What was it?
Like it was like a Western truck stop.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, like there to when they get to the truck stop was fine.
Yeah.
And then there is a whole lot of like talking, which I'm like, okay, character development, that's fine. But it seemed like some of it could have been kind of cut out a little bit. Yeah, because it took too long to get to the point where like, because there's a point where it was like, okay, what is this movie about? Like, what's going to happen in it? And then halfway through it, they're like, okay, this is what's going to happen. And then on top of that, it was like that was when the stylistic shift, like, once we started figuring out what was happening, there was like narrating going on. And then, they brushed a whole lot of stuff under the rug that, like, I feel like they could have focused on. They could have taken just pure character development out and, like, you know, the 15 minutes that they skipped actually like incorporate that like into like the story.
Yeah.
But I just felt like it was just character development for the sake of characters, and then in the end it just kind of gave them.
When the narration started, it reminded me of Wes Anderson films. How it just keeps going and going and going and going. And you can't breathe.
Oh, yeah. The Grand Budapest does that a bit. It is very much a adventure. And then it just kind of... You follow the characters throughout the entire thing, and there's not really like a hard break like there is in other films where it's like, okay, here's Fade to Black, we're going to another location. In Wes Anderson films, it is kind of like you follow these characters throughout the entire adventure. I like that.
You know what other movies don't let you breathe? Christopher Nolan movies.
Yes.
No, Interstellar does.
No.
Yeah?
No.
The whole first half of that movie is breathing.
No, the first third, and then the second third is them just throwing fake science at you.
Oh, well,
like a freaking.
I still love that movie though.
It was like those like you go to like a batting range and it starts shooting the baseballs at you, and you hit like batting cages, you know. But it's like the machine malfunction and it's just launching baseballs at you, and you're like, this doesn't make any sense.
No, Interstellar. The first half was kind of boring. Then they got into space and I liked it a lot. Then, when they tried to do, like, just the entire tetra, whatever that thing was in the black hole, that was when it lost me, but I still really like that film. That docking scene was, like, so good.
With Matt Damon. We're doing a Hateful Eight Spoilercast, but we're spoiling everything. I thought the whole Matt Damon thing could have gotten cut out.
No! That was great!
Why?
Because you're watching.
Why was he trying to leave them? They're like, here, we're gonna save you, and he's like, I only want to save myself, and then he just leaves them?
He was in space forever, and then they find him, and he's like, okay, now I want to go back to Earth, because obviously this isn't gonna work out. Then he finds out that, the dude who, what's his name? All right.
Matthew McConaughey.
He finds that Matthew McConaughey is dead set on staying there until they figure out a way to solve Earth's problem. Matt Damon is like, no, there is no way to solve this. Alfred told me that their equation is wrong. So in his head, he's like, well, I need to get back to Earth, and there's nothing going to stop me because I've been on this fucking planet for how long in hypersleep.
And then instead he goes to Mars, and then we try to save him again in The Martian.
Yeah. Whatever, that was dumb.
Okay, but no, the docking scene though was...
I still need to see the prequel to Interstellar.
Inception?
No, The Martian.
No, The Martian.
No, The Martian's the sequel.
because
we failed saving Matt Damon the first time, and then he ended up on Mars. And now
Oh.
we're going to get him
Yeah,
again.
his daughter, the redhead, is in The Martian, and she's the captain of the
Wait, really?
the space vehicle. And then the Winter Soldier's there too. They fixed his arm.
Bucky.
The Mexican from the Ant-Man film is also in there.
The comedic
The
relief.
journalist from House of Cards, as well as Mrs. Fantastic, is also in there. Not Two and a Half Men, sorry.
Charlie Sheen.
No.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yes, Dumb and Dumber. The Dumber of Dumb and Dumber is also in there.
Never seen that movie, and I really never want to. Sorry.
Oh, the dude everyone wants to be Black Spider-Man is also in that film.
Donald Glover.
Yes.
Okay, whatever. This isn't a list of IMDb.
I'm just saying that movie, The Martian, was a weird movie to see, having seen everybody else's movies before seeing that.
You know who wasn't?
The Martian.
That's true. He wasn't in that film.
The Martian.
He also wasn't in the Hateful Eight,
He wasn't
which
in
is
The
what
Big
we're
Short,
supposed to be talking about.
I know.
Yeah.
So, okay, going back to the Hateful Eight. So what you were saying earlier about spending too much time with the characters talking, I like that because I knew it was going to end with a lot of people dying, so I was very interested in seeing these characters meet each other and get to know each other, and then to find out why they kill each other. And so it ended a lot differently than I thought it would, because I kind of thought it would end in a more deliberate, one by one, each person is killed.
Yeah, me too. That's what I thought.
And I feel like after the poisoning, they started killing characters kind of quickly. But I do understand why you would say that you would want to get that stuff cut, but I like it. Like,
well, my point is keep the character development, but like have some indication that like we're progressing. You know, like you can develop character.
Well, it would have been good if they had done it this way, where after Sam Jackson kills the White General, the sheriff kills Sam Jackson, Kurt Russell kills the sheriff, somebody else, the girl kills Kurt Russell, and then somebody kills the girl. And it kind of does this thing where...
Like The Thing.
As each person dies, somebody else
God, that
will
movie's
kill
so good.
the person.
So good! I want to watch it again.
It would be like... This is going to be a weird analogy. But it'd be like World War I, where because each country was attacking another one, more countries got dragged into it. So it'd be like, as each character died, another character would be dragged into it and have to kill somebody else. And Sam Jackson killing the general would have been like the start of it.
Yeah, the first domino tip.
Yeah, and then after that, each character would have killed another character until there's only like one left, or something like that. And so for this film to be like very different and very much like Channing Tatum is the twist, like quote unquote twist.
Yeah.
And it is odd that they give that away in the opening credits. Because we were looking for him
the whole time.
The whole time. And it's kind of like, that kind of cheapens the twist of it.
You know what what's the carriage driver, OB?
Mm-hmm.
There is, when he went out to go drop the guns in the quote unquote, the shitter. Yeah. When he came crashing back in, I thought that was just going to be Channing Tatum who just like was wandering around in the blizzard,
yes.
And then just like came in, and then he started like cussing and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, it's OP.
Okay.
Well, and then we thought he was going to be the sheriff when we first saw him.
Oh, yeah.
The naked guy.
Or the naked guy who, Sam Jackson kills.
I think the character development, I think it was just fake character development because they all weren't who they said they were.
Yeah.
It's them building.
So it kind of felt pointless once you got to the end.
Well, it's them building the character in their head that they're
yeah.
portraying. Because the Christoph Waltz dude is doing a Christoph Waltz impression.
Just call him
the
Christoph
guy from
Waltz.
Black Mirror.
But it's actually a thief portraying a dude who is doing a Christoph Waltz impression.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those weird things. But yeah, I liked it. There were some weird, like, very much Tarantino things. Like, I think the whole Sam Jackson having the general's son give him a blowjob was very Tarantino.
Yeah. I wasn't even sure that happened, to be honest. I thought he was just
faking it.
Yeah, I thought he, after it turned out, honestly,
it's still kind of up in the air whether or not that actually.
I think he was just trying to get under reach for his gun, so he had a reason to kill him.
Yeah. It could be true. Yeah, that's one of those things where it's up in the air. The other, like, Tarantino moment would be, like, the sudden death of, Channing Tatum. Like, he's not Like, we see him in the flashback, but then in that, like, the main film that we're paying attention to, and we have, like, invested interest in, he gets killed off very quickly.
And we all knew he was gonna, I knew he was gonna get his head blown off.
He was gonna get killed, but I didn't think it was gonna be, like, immediately after.
As soon as he put his hands up, I was like, you're dead, dude. Sam Jackson isn't gonna let that go.
I thought he was gonna torture him a little bit more, though. Like, to get him back at him.
Yeah, but he was, well, yeah.
I mean, he tortured the girl by hanging her, so.
Yeah, that's true. That was such a brutal, that was like.
She had lived long enough to deserve it, because I wanted her to die very early on.
I thought the actress was great for her character, though.
Yeah. She was good. She was a little weird with the whole, like, constantly shifting between, like, smiling and then being very, like, serious. That was kind of weird for me, but it suits the character. But it was, like, strange, like, especially in the carriage where, like, she smiles at Jackson. And
that was
weird.
That was her being just creepy.
And then smiles again, and then looks out the window. It's like, okay, this is a little.
Yeah,
I think that was the point, just to make you feel like this girl is batshit crazy.
I thought the way it was gonna go is she was just gonna try to hit on him, like seduce him to like
with all the
get
nonsense.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, with blood on her lips. Yeah, that's real attractive.
Well, at that point, I didn't know how insane she was. Like, I thought she was. It turned out she was smarter than she seemed in the end.
We never found out. Like,
well, if it
killed.
was,
I don't think that really matters. Just gang.
I guess
gang stuff.
Whatever.
Maybe she gave.
There were 15 people.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so either. I thought it was bluff.
But yeah, that was.
Does Red Rock even exist?
Not after her 15.
It's a Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Now it's like.
What?
Like the camera zooms out and it's like in a snow globe.
Oh.
That's what I was thinking.
That'd be pretty
and
crazy.
Tarantino,
that happened in Krampus.
Comes up and like shakes it and then. Oh yeah, that's the ending.
He just shoots it with a revolver.
You didn't even watch that movie. You don't get to.
I read the Wikipedia something.
What movie?
Krampus.
That's how it ends.
Krampus.
It ends with
It's a hypothetical, like, ooh, maybe this is what happened, maybe it didn't. We don't know.
No, it did. So the kid falls
into open to interpretation.
The kid falls into a hell pit, and then he wakes up, and then he gets like the bell that his grandma had when she summoned the demon or whatever, and then zoom out. He's in a snow globe and is going to relive the day like Groundhog Day.
See, I don't think it is. I think it's kind of like...
And when he gets the bell,
I kind of want to see this
all of his
movie.
other family members just like stare at him blankly.
You should. I think you'd like it.
Wait, you saw it?
You didn't even watch it.
I read the plot summary.
All right.
He won't watch it.
I reed the plot summary and then I watched Red Letter Media's Krampus Half in the Bag. That's all I need. That's all I need to have an opinion on a film.
Okay, as long as we're spoiling movies. Well, I'm not actually going to spoil it. But
spoilers.
The Visit. Did you see The Visit?
But I did watch the stupid Half in the Bag.
Do you guys know what movie I'm talking about?
What do you mean?
The Visit?
Yes, the one with the grandparents.
With the grandparents?
Mm-hmm.
Actually good.
They're psychotic people or something. Isn't it M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah.
Shyamalan. Are they really doing Avatar The Last Airbender 2?
That's what I heard. Yeah, they shouldn't have done the first one. You know what they should also do? Release a Blu-ray collection of Avatar. I will buy that.
Oh yeah.
I love that show.
Korra
Yeah.
was good.
What?
Korra was really good. I like Korra.
The first season was good. Second season, Korra I just wanted to punch her in the face.
Third season was really good. Fourth season was a good ending.
I can't believe there's 4 seasons of that show. There was only supposed to be 1.
Yeah, but then it was successful. So, I'm glad they did more. That creative team is really good.
What do you think they'll do next?
They're not going to do anything next.
They're just going to...
Avatar's not.
They're just gonna fall on their own swords.
No, Avatar's
we did it. We're done.
The creative team. I thought you were talking about Avatar. Avatar's not coming back, and the reason why is because halfway through the 4th season, they pulled it from network television and only aired it online.
Oh right, I remember that. That was weird.
That IP property is pretty much dead, unfortunately. Even though it's really good, but the creative team, I don't know what they'll do next. They'll do something interesting. I haven't heard
specific.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm not making like predictions here.
They're gonna make a kids cartoon about the stock market. Well, okay.
This is
I've actually really wanted him to do this for a while, and then I saw some article. Yeah, and I was thinking about that halfway through. I'm like, this is the movie that we almost didn't get because he said he wasn't going to do it. And he's like, whatever, I'll just do it.
Yeah.
The next one, I saw some article I read the headline for, but I got everything I needed from it, where he was like, next I want to do a really scary movie.
Oh.
And I would love to see Tarantino's horror movie. I want to see something. Chapter 1. Yeah. I like how he separates them to chapters.
I don't think a horror movie would do as well with that.
Does he do that in all of his films?
He does it in Inglourious Bastards, in Hateful Eight, in Pulp Fiction, in Reservoir Dogs.
Isn't chapters, is it?
I think he does.
I think it's just hard cuts. I don't think there's like chapters.
I know he does it in Kill Bill.
Yes, Kill Bill. Yeah,
Kill Bill.
It's a comic.
And then Reservoir Dogs, he definitely does it in. Jackie Brown, I think. Yeah, so pretty much.
I need to watch that one.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. I'll watch that with you.
Damon Hatfield's
or you can sit in a room by yourself with a locked door.
Plot summary online.
You need to.
Why do you need to consume media that you don't have any interest in consuming? I don't get that.
So I have an idea of it.
Whatever.
I'm curious enough.
Mr. Pop Culture.
After watching Red Letter Media talk about Krampus and really like it, which was very weird for me because I totally saw trailers for that film and thought, this is going to be stupid. This is going to be dumb. And then Red Letter Media comes and like, this was actually really good. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to watch this, but I might as well read the plot summary to like have an idea of what they're talking about.
He's too scared.
Yeah.
Fun fact. I went and saw The Visit on a rare fact.
Rare fact.
I went and saw The Visit on a Tinder date. Different person.
Did you get stabbed at the end?
I did not. Okay. I have all my organs. No, that one actually went for a couple of weeks before it blew up in my face. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Pulp Fiction was chapters.
I accept your apology.
It was. I thought it was only his like modern-ish films that had chapters.
No, I think they pretty much all do, except for Death Proof, because Death Proof is like 2 scenes, basically.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, have you seen it?
I think maybe I've only seen half.
There's the first half where there's one cast of characters, and then there's...
That movie and Sin City, like, for some reason get mixed up in my mind. I don't know why.
That's weird.
I don't know why, but they do. I think it might have been because I saw them both on an airplane.
God, Death Proof is awesome. Sin City is awesome, too.
I like Sin City. That's good. You ever see that?
Very...
No, it's good.
That's probably...
Very few movies.
That's true. Have you seen Star Wars?
Yes.
Have you seen The Empire Strikes Back?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Because you're wearing your shirt. So. Did you like the ending of The Force Awakens?
I did. It's like Empire Strikes Back.
But also it was a little long.
Okay.
The ending scene where they're just staring at each other.
The staring was.
I do think if there wasn't all the like emotional, the helicopter view and all that stuff,
swells.
like think about all I could think about was like if none of that was going on and it's just like 2 people, she like pulls out her mic and he's just staring at her for 2 minutes, like, and she's like,
have you read that Rey is Obi-Wan's granddaughter?
That makes me mad, and I hope that's not true.
I don't think so.
I hope it's true.
Why does everybody need to be family members of like the 6 characters that we have established? Yes. Why can't we just have like a different?
It's like poetry.
No, we've already brought it full circle like 3 times. We're wearing out the circle. We need to. It's because replace the tires.
I bet you she is just because they can't do original.
Exactly, they can't do anything without. Having
they can't, but I'm hoping that I'm hoping that her.
They should.
I'm hoping that her and Finn are just characters. Because. Yeah, I hope that, first of all, I hope that they're like platonic. I don't want any like romantic whatever. Mm-hmm. On top of that, I really think that Finn and Rey are not gonna be connected to any of the other characters because it's like, it's a new,
Finn can't be.
Well, who knows? We can pull some.
The only other black guy in the films. Or Lando.
Wow. No, there's like 7, but like most of the black people in those movies are like in crowds and stuff like that. Anyway, and black pilots who are on screen for 1 second before they get blown up. But I hope that neither of them are connected to no characters because it's like you're starting a new trilogy for a new audience. Like you don't want to like put these sort of connections to older trilogies. Like you just,
I think
that you should just have fresh characters of
six movies.
Of all six.
Oh God.
No, not 1 and 3. They'll never go back to those. I guarantee you they will never touch those again.
I think so too. They're just gonna pretend it doesn't exist. Yeah. Even like, I mean, the only thing in Battlefront, now we're getting into video games, but the only like prequel, as far as I know, the only prequel related thing in Battlefront are the
little shields.
Yeah, the shields that the Gungans or whatever the hell those things are called used. Mm-hmm. And then even Sidious, when you're using him, he doesn't pull out his dumb lightsaber and flip through the air. Except he does do a little, like when he pulls it out and like does the spin attack thing, like, you can't do that.
Okay, well that's nice. I'm happy for it.
Watching the Emperor sprint, kind of weird.
It's weird because he's like an old.
Yeah, and he's still running like this while he's sprinting.
I still think Return of the Jedi could have been great if they cut out the Endor section.
So the last third of the movie?
No, no, just the Endor like moon section, like the forest with the Ewoks. They could cut that out. The space battle is totally separate from Endor, and as is the Emperor Luke Vader thing that goes on in the end.
Yeah,
that's great. That's awesome.
They should have just had 2 Death Stars instead.
And then the opening is like awesome with like Jabba's palace, like that entire section. Yeah, is great. And then it just kind
Luke
of like,
Skywalker, the only Jedi to force choke someone.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot about that.
The Force Awakens would have been infinitely better if in the credits scene the music that played was Blink-182's A New Hope.
What?
Mm-hmm. Have you even heard that song?
Is it like Star Wars related?
It should have been
all Star Wars.
It should have been
references.
Steven.
Stop it.
Nobody knows.
Tell you, that's what the TIE Fighter sounds like.
Yeah.
Spot on. You could line it up with the film itself, and it would match.
I think we talked more about James Bond than we did Hateful Eight. But does anyone have anything else to say?
I don't think so. What about Hateful Eight? It was really
more
good.
Than the Hateful
Yeah, it was really good. It wasn't the best of Tarantino's movies.
Inglourious Basterds was a little bit better, and then Hateful Eight was really good.
I thought Inglourious Basterds was much better.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know. There were some weird things with Inglourious Basterds.
No.
Like just the whole like the part where they're introducing his squad was like whatever. I don't know. I didn't really care about
what. That was great.
Did the whole script get leaked, or was it just a part?
It was the whole thing. I thought.
I have no idea.
Because if it wasn't the whole thing, maybe the part where he's narrating is the part that got leaked. And he was just like, "Fuck it."
Oh, like the 15 minutes?
Yes. No.
And he's just like, "We're cutting." That's an interesting theory. I don't.
No, because he would have added narration to the first half or the first part if that was. I don't know. Tarantino's smart enough that he wouldn't just put narration in the middle of it.
I think he's more insane than smart.
No,
yeah.
Saying,
smart isn't the right word.
He wouldn't. He's.
Well, he is smart, but he's more insane than smart.
Yes. Well, what is it that
he's the type of person that would.
Luthor says in the Batman vs Superman trailer.
Insane is just a 2-syllable word for something.
Some people who just don't understand how smart I am.
Wow,
and
that's
like flicks her forehead or something.
That's gonna be a movie.
Why is he Lex Luthor though?
I don't know. Like I thought he would be good.
You know, it'd be good. Christoph Waltz.
No, Kevin Spacey.
Shut up.
He is the only person who should be Lex Luthor.
Christoph Waltz would
He's
be
already
good.
bald.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, you got that.
No, just look at Superman Returns. Kevin Spacey was the best part of that film.
I never saw it.
He was so good in that film.
I watched that and Need for Speed Tokyo Drift before going to my first class.
Need for Speed, it's
Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift before I went to driver's lessons.
That was a terrible movie though.
Driver's school.
Terrible.
No, he isn't.
I love him.
Yeah. Did you finish Breaking Bad, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. I like Django. Django's still my favorite. I really like that
film. Django.
I really like that film.
Yeah, it's good.
The
shootout is really bloody.
I thought it was not bloody. I thought it was very like
That whole inside, the whole inside of that mansion was painted red by the end of it.
Oh, yeah, the ending. Like the ending shootout?
Yeah, the very ending.
Okay, yes. That one was not, well, I don't know. It just doesn't come across as bloody to me. This movie was bloody with the whole vomiting blood.
That wasn't...
It wasn't excessive, but it was still bloody.
What does that say about us where I can be like, someone was puking up blood.
It's okay.
He puked blood onto her face. That's bloody.
I think...
Yeah, that sucks.
Channing Tatum's
That's
head
why
got
my
blown
mom said
up.
it was like Carol.
Huh?
When Channing Tatum's head got blown up and the brains
That
were
was
like
also
on
bloody.
her.
That was
That was worse.
yeah, I agree. I was actually telling him about that. I'm like, that's the second time that happened to her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's a bad day.
His Channing Tatum's unceremonious death is exactly like who dies in Pulp Fiction from Bruce Willis?
Oh,
Shooting him with the Uzi.
oh no.
What's the actor's name? He's
John Travolta.
Yes, John Travolta. It's as unceremonious as John Travolta getting gunned with the Uzi in Pulp Fiction, because it's very much like it just happens and then they leave.
That and then the black guy they have in the back of the car, and he just like turns around. He's asking something. He accidentally pulls the trigger, blows his head up.
Yes,
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's a Tarantino thing where it's like there are some like very unceremonious deaths that just kind of happen and then that's it. Like nobody cares. It's just move on. The film is still going. Like the running time is still going, so we have to.
I think Daisy cared.
Oh, whatever. She died anyway.
Who?
Daisy was the character's name.
So what happened
the girl.
that? What happens
in what?
Hateful Eight.
Oh, the main girl.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Was
the
it
only
Daisy?
girl? It was Daisy.
It was the only girl. Yeah.
Oh.
Uma Thurman. That was the chick who played before.
Yeah.
I just remember that now. I was talking with him in the car about how I would have loved it if Uma Thurman had been the other blonde girl in the flashback sequence. The white girl.
Oh, the Australian?
Yeah. Or
not
whatever.
Australian, New Zealander.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, who was in Death Proof.
That would have been hilarious. I would have loved that.
I mean, every other actor and actress who's ever been in a Tarantino movie, maybe like Channing Tatum's being brought into the fold now.
Well, the girl hasn't been in anyone either.
Leo had never been in one before Django.
Oh, Leo.
He'll be back. Well, yeah, that's because he's been doing. He's been busy.
Oh, he's always busy. He's always doing good stuff.
Hustling for that Oscar.
Yeah, he's not gonna get it.
Still, he'll get it.
He was nominated for it for Revenant, and it won a Golden Globe, so it has a chance. But I still don't think they'll give it to him.
Well, he won the Best Actor Golden Globe for The Wolf of Wall Street, and he's excellent in that movie.
That's right. Yeah.
That and Django were like the two ones that I would have guessed.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
when he
supporting
slices
actor,
his own hand open.
Yeah. Well, supporting actor, for Django. And
yeah.
Then, but didn't Christoph Waltz get it for?
I don't know.
Christoph Waltz is more.
He wasn't even nominated for Titanic. Well, everyone else was nominated but him.
That was so old.
That's so funny.
It doesn't count. It's out
that was before people started beating the drum, but yeah, that was. I mean,
it's pre-internet.
I don't care.
It was before.
Why does that matter?
It was before
we could look it up.
Was it pre-Oscars?
It was before we could look it up on Twitter and see everyone being like, "Oh, Leo got wrong," stuff like that. I don't know if it goes on Twitter anymore, but
it's true.
That's correct.
Same thing.
And you give me crap for it every day.
I'll just
really? I get it too.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Follow me on Twitter.
That's a joke.
And me on Facebook.
Oh my god. Whatever.
Subscribe on YouTube.
like
5 stars.
Subscribe.
5 stars on iTunes.
5 star on iTunes. I'll never.
Leave me a review on Yelp.
I'll never say that ever.
No. I bet you do. I bet you do.
Whatever. All right. This has been the Hateful Eight Spoilercast. Along with
everything.
This has been Movie Spoilercast.
This is the Movie Cast 2016 edition. I'm your star, Steven.
Look at me, I'm a star.
Best supporting actor goes to Brendan. Best supporting actress goes to Caitlin.
Aw, that's a cop-out.
Best leading actress goes to Caitlin. There.
Aw.
You want to be leading actress, Brendan? Is that what you want?
You want to go fuck yourself, Steven?
Whatever.
Whatever.
Goodbye.
Ryan Reynolds?
Really?
Yes, is my answer.
I know Ryan Reynolds. We'll get to him.
Because he could dye his hair a terrible color, like in that
other
dumb movie.
Have you seen The Big Short?
And he still looks hot.
No.
So I think
Do you know anything about it?
Is that like a baseball movie?
No,
No, it's about the mortgage crisis.
That sounds like a thrill ride.
It's great.
It was good. It would have worked better as a documentary.
It was inventive.
Yeah. It has Christian Bale.
Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Martin Short.
Michael Scott.
What?
Martin Short?
Yeah, I know.
Michael Scott has a weird nose.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And perfect teeth.
See, you keep saying Owen Wilson has like a weird nose.
He does, because he broke it 5 billion times.
See, people say that, but I don't think it looks that weird.
I don't... It looks like a broken nose.
Pinched it.
Yeah?
Right in the middle.
I guess.
It never healed.
No, it looks like they pinched it like on either side and then the middle kind of just like...
Yes. Should we pull up a photo?
What if we took Owen Wilson's nose, Ryan Gosling's brown hair, and Jake Gyllenhaal's empty eyes, and combined them into one face?
That would be Nightcrawler.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I guess.
We would have the next great serial killer.
You saw Nightcrawler, right?
Yeah, that movie's awesome.
I got it on. I got it Blu-ray.
I know. I've been eyeing it lately.
You should watch Grand Budapest. Grand Budapest is...
I hear it's alright.
It's real good. It was my favorite film of 2014.
Fun fact, I saw Nightcrawler after going out on a Tinder date.
Ooh. That's pretty good.
The date didn't work out.
Here or West Virginia?
Here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Huh. Weird.
I feel like Tinder dates here are very different than West Virginia.
Probably.
Almost definitely.
What was like a typical date in West Virginia?
Get drunk.
Oh, really?
There's nothing to do there.
Oh, wow. That's...
Like the teachers there, even our professors is like, listen, guys, like West Virginia is awesome, or like it's fine,
yeah.
but like you realize how little there is to do there after getting drunk starts getting boring. And I was like, whatever, shut up.
How long does that take?
I'll let you know. No, I mean like around like sophomore year is when I was like, okay, like,
I need to stop.
I can quit whenever I want. That's not.
Oh, really?
That's not part of it.
That's what smokers say.
Yeah.
That's what.
And alcoholics.
Addicts say.
Yeah, that's what all addicts say.